Welcome to Colonize the Ocean podcast, where we discuss oceanic colonization, exploration, and education with your hosts Adam Jewell and Brendan Traxler.
Welcome, everyone. Ready to dive into the world of Fabien Cousteau?
Yeah, I'm ready.
If that name rings a bell, it's probably because of his grandfather, Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, legendary Jacques Cousteau.
But Fabien's making some serious waves on his own as an aquanaut, oceanographic explorer, and advocate for the environment.
He really is.
We've got his official bio and even his Wikipedia entry, and let me tell you,
Oh, wow.
they are packed with fascinating stuff.
Both offering like really different sides of his life.
Yeah.
And when you put them together, they really show this picture of a man so dedicated to continuing his family's legacy, but also making his own way in ocean exploration and conservation.
Yeah, definitely. And okay, let's just start at the beginning with his early life. I mean, how many people can say they learned to scuba dive at 4?
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Growing up on those ships, the legendary research vessels, the Calypso and the Alcyon, it's like the ocean was his backyard.
Yeah.
You can just feel that sense of adventure.
Oh, yeah, just reading about it.
Absolutely.
What do you think were some of the, unique challenges and opportunities he faced growing up,
Yeah.
as a Cousteau? I mean, that's a lot to live up to.
There had to be pressure, right? But he seems to have just embraced that legacy and used it to fuel his passions.
Yeah.
And he's definitely got a unique perspective on the ocean, not just as this huge body of water,
Right.
but as a complex, interconnected ecosystem.
That brings us to Troy, his 14-foot shark-shaped submarine.
Wow.
This thing was inspired by a comic book, The Red Rackham's Treasure, from the Tintin series.
Oh, wow.
It's really a testament to his ingenuity building a submarine shaped like a great white
Oh, that's amazing.
to get closer to sharks. Genius.
Genius.
It was designed to mimic their movements so he could observe them up close without, disturbing them.
Oh, wow.
Like, imagine piloting that thing and just coming face to face with the great white.
Oh, my goodness.
And it wasn't just about thrills, right?
Right.
He was driven to challenge the fear and misconceptions surrounding sharks. Particularly those fueled by movies like Jaws.
Right.
His documentaries like Attack of the Mystery Shark and Mind of a Demon used the footage he gathered with Troy to present a more, accurate view of these creatures.
Yeah, absolutely. He was using that platform to educate people,
Mm-hmm.
show them that sharks aren't these mindless monsters, but really vital parts of the ocean's ecosystem.
Yeah.
And he wasn't afraid to get in there, put himself in situations that most people would find terrifying, all to gather that data and share it with the world.
Yeah, that dedication to pushing limits is also evident in Mission 31.
Yes.
He spent a full month living and working in Aquarius, the world's only underwater marine laboratory off the coast of Florida.
Wow.
That's longer than his grandfather's famous Conshelf 2 mission.
That's incredible.
And it wasn't just about breaking records.
No.
Mission 31 yielded an incredible amount of data, like the equivalent of 2 years' worth of research.
Wow.
This included groundbreaking findings on how certain coral species are adapting to warmer and more acidic waters. Findings that could be crucial for understanding the impact of climate change on our oceans.
Absolutely.
While living underwater for 31 days sounds incredible. I imagine it also came with some pretty intense psychological and physical challenges.
Yeah.
What do you think he learned about human resilience from that experience?
Well, he described it as feeling incredibly isolated, but also deeply connected to the rhythm of the ocean. It seems like it was a really profound experience that deepened his understanding of both the ocean's power and humanity's capacity to adapt and explore.
He actually said living in Aquarius felt like home.
Wow.
But he didn't stop there.
No.
He founded the Fabien Cousteau Ocean Learning Center, or OLC, to translate his passion into tangible action.
The OLC is doing some pretty amazing work.
Oh, yeah.
Restoring damaged ecosystems, working with local communities, and educating young people about ocean conservation.
Yeah?
They're taking this hands-on approach, proving that individual action combined with scientific innovation can make a real difference.
They have projects all over the world, but one that really stands out is their work with coastal communities in the Caribbean to restore damaged mangrove ecosystems.
Yeah, Mangroves are vital for so many reasons. They protect coastlines from erosion, they provide habitats for marine life, and they filter pollutants.
Yeah.
The OLC is working with local people to plant new mangroves, monitor their growth, and educate the community about their importance.
Yeah.
It's a great example of their holistic approach, addressing both the environmental and social aspects of ocean conservation.
And he designed the Sea Orb,
Yes.
a mobile submersible classroom to give students a first-hand immersive experience of the underwater world.
Wow.
Talk about making learning come alive.
Right. It's one thing to read about marine life in a textbook.
Right.
It's another to experience it firsthand.
Totally.
And he's creating those opportunities for young people, sparking that sense of wonder and connection that can lead to a lifelong passion for the ocean.
That's amazing. It's amazing how he manages to take these complex scientific concepts and make them accessible to everyone. He's a gifted communicator.
He really is, and I think that's a crucial part of his work. You can be the most brilliant scientist in the world, but if you can't communicate your findings effectively, they're not going to have much impact.
Right.
Fabien understands that, and he uses his platform to bridge that gap between science and the public.
Speaking of communicating science, I read that he's been pretty outspoken about the challenges facing our oceans today. Climate change, pollution, overfishing. These are some pretty daunting issues.
He doesn't sugarcoat things, that's for sure. He's been very vocal about the urgency of addressing these problems, painting a stark picture of the consequences if we fail to act.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he always emphasizes the importance of hope and action.
Right.
He believes we have the knowledge and the tools to turn things around, and he's using his platform to inspire people to get involved.
That's so important because it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the doom and gloom, We need people like Fabien to remind us that our actions do matter and that there's still time to make a difference.
Exactly. And he's not just talking the talk. He's walking the walk.
Right.
His work with the OLC Mission 31 and his upcoming Proteus project are all examples of that.
Let's talk about Proteus for a minute. This underwater research station planned for Curacao, it's like something out of science fiction.
It is.
It's designed to be a permanent underwater base accommodating aquanauts for extended periods.
Wow.
Can you imagine living and working beneath the waves for months at a time?
It's a truly ambitious project, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in ocean exploration.
Yeah.
Think about the long-term studies we could do, the species we could discover, the understanding of ocean currents and climate change we could gain.
Right.
It's like having a space station for the ocean.
It's mind-blowing, really, and it speaks to his unwavering belief in the power of science and innovation to drive positive change.
He often talks about how the ocean is this vast, unexplored frontier full of mysteries waiting to be unlocked.
Yeah.
And Proteus is a tool that will allow us to do just that, to delve deeper into those mysteries and gain a better understanding of our planet.
It's clear that Fabien Cousteau is not just carrying on his family's legacy. He's expanding it in bold and innovative ways. He's an explorer, a filmmaker, a scientist, an inventor, an advocate.
He's a true Renaissance man of the sea, constantly pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And his work is a reminder that the spirit of exploration and discovery is alive and well.
Well said. Now, are you ready to dive a little deeper into the personal side of Fabien Cousteau?
I am.
I think it would be fascinating to explore the motivations and philosophies that drive his work.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot to uncover there. Let's dive in.
We've talked a lot about his achievements, the expeditions, the inventions, the documentaries, but I'm curious, what do you think is the driving force behind it all? What makes him tick?
That's a great question. I think it goes beyond just wanting to explore the ocean. It's this deep connection to this vast, mysterious world, almost a spiritual connection.
Oh.
You can hear it in the way he talks about the ocean, that reverence in his voice.
Yeah.
It's more than just something to study. It's a source of inspiration, a place of peace and interconnectedness.
It makes you wonder how growing up, as a Cousteau shaped his worldview. Imagine exploring the ocean depths as a child, witnessing firsthand the beauty and fragility of that ecosystem.
He's talked about those early experiences as being transformative,
Yeah.
instilling in him a sense of wonder and responsibility.
Right.
And his work is, in many ways, about sharing that sense of wonder with others, awakening a similar appreciation for the ocean's importance.
It's almost like he sees himself as a translator, helping us land dwellers understand this underwater world that feels so foreign to a lot of us.
Yeah.
He's bridging that gap, showing us that our lives are tied to the health of the ocean.
And he's doing it in a way that's both inspiring and empowering. He's not just telling us to care about the ocean. He's showing us how we can make a difference, whether it's through supporting organizations like the OLC, reducing our plastic consumption, or simply educating ourselves about the issues. He's making it clear that we all have a role to play.
It's refreshing to hear someone with his expertise talk about these issues with a sense of optimism. It's so easy to get bogged down in the negativity, to feel like the problems are too big.
Yeah, he doesn't shy away from the challenges, but he always emphasizes the power of human ingenuity and collective action.
Yeah.
He believes we have the solutions. We just need to come together and implement them, and his work is proof of that.
He's a real role model, not just for aspiring ocean explorers, but for anyone who wants to make a positive impact. He's shown us that one person's passion and dedication can spark a movement.
He's leading by example, demonstrating that it's possible to combine adventure science and advocacy to create real change, and he's inspiring a lot of others to follow in his footsteps.
So as we resurface from this deep dive into the world of Fabien Cousteau, what's the one message you hope our listeners take with them?
I think the big takeaway is that the ocean isn't just this vast, distant entity. It's a living part of our planet, essential to our survival. And while it faces huge challenges, there's still hope. There's the power of human innovation, the spirit of exploration, and the will to protect our planet. Fabien Cousteau is showing us the way. Now it's up to each of us to decide what role we'll play.
What a powerful thought to leave us with. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of Fabien Cousteau. We hope you enjoyed the journey.